Hi, doing everybody, Jonathan here, and in this video, I'm going to go over a tip that you can use to help your clients better understand their nutritional path. As I understand what it's like to be a personal trainer, fitness professional, you have these clients, most people come in with the expectation of losing weight, losing body fat, and it's a roller coaster for them. And oftentimes trainers like myself tend to internalize the outbreaks and when people get emotional about the scale not moving in a frame of time that they expect. So I want to give you an analogy that will help you and will also, you can relay over to your client to help them understand exactly how fat loss and weight loss is supposed to go. All right, so that they can stay consistent, stick with you long term, and see success. All right, now before I do that, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to my newsletter as I send out short articles every Wednesday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, click on the YouTube icon below and subscribe to this channel as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions that I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to the YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click on the like button below this video player because every like that I get helps this channel. All right, so very simply, I have been doing everything that I can possibly think of to get my clients to get in shape. And most recently, I put together a reset challenge. All right, it's kind of like a fat loss challenge, but I don't want to call it that because I care more about the habits than I do about the results. And I care more about the habits than I do about the results because long term is the goal. And no matter what you say, 30 days is not enough time for a client to get and sustain a specific body type. Yeah, you can lose 5 pounds, you can lose 15 pounds in 30 days. But usually clients that achieve that are doing it with methods that they can't hang on to long term. So with this challenge, I have been taking my clients' weight and body fat every week so they can see how they're progressing and to keep them mentally engaged with the contest. And with some clients, it's been great. With other clients, it's been very difficult as they get very frustrated. You know, if they don't lose weight each week, they go nuts. If they go up a pound, I have one client that completely loses her mind. And it can be very troubling as a trainer because I understand that your main goal is to help your clients see success, and they often get very impatient. All right, so I put together an analogy that has helped some clients, and I think if you use this analogy, it will help you too. All right, we're actually going to go over to the financial world, and we're going to look at the stock history of Facebook. So we're going to look at the 5-year history, and then we're also going to look at the 1-month history. So right now, the Facebook stock is around $130 per share. All right. If we look at its 5-year history, when it first started, it started off somewhere at around $36 per share. All right. And as you can see, it has steadily grown. And if we were going to take a 5-year overhead view, it looks pretty steady going upward. All right, now we're going to now look at a 1 month, the most recent month at the making of this video of Facebook's stock. And as you can see, it starts off at about 130, then it dips down, then it dips up, it dips down, it goes up. So you see a little bit of success, then you lose it. Now, if you are the type of person that approached stock the same way that you approached fat loss, in the very beginning, you would have lost your mind because one day the stock was worth 36, the next day it was worth 50, the next day it was worth 18. So you saw some success, then you lost some, then you saw some, then you lost some. But if you stuck with it long term, you'll see that through the ups and downs, averaging out, you continually do better. So if you bought a stock in Facebook last month and then you expect it to balloon to $300 per share, it's not going to work that way. Maybe 5 or 10 years from now, you'll see that it has ballooned. But if you got off the wagon, if you sold your stock because you didn't think it was going to work, more than likely, you're going to lose the benefit of holding that share. So your main thing is not to be so reactive to whatever you see on the scale. Let's bring it back to fitness. Your main thing is not to be so reactive to whatever you see on the scale. Your goal is to instead just find your plan and then stick with it. And your goal as a trainer is to impart that to your client, help them find the plan and say, listen, no matter what, you got to stick with it. And your experience has to be what calms the client down. Maybe one of the best things that you should do, and let me tell you, I did the same thing. I told my clients up front, it's going to come up and down. The body just doesn't continue to lose weight, week over week, the same way that it does on Biggest Loser. Much less as Biggest Loser, any kind of indication of reality, because their week is not really a week that we experience. It might be a little bit less, it might be 3 weeks. It's whatever the producers need to put together in order to show some kind of drastic loss to make good television. So you have to bring them back to reality. This is what you can really expect. Let them know that this is a long process, all right? And you can't overly celebrate when their weight goes down, let's say in a week. Let's say they lose 4 pounds. You can't get too excited because more than likely, their weight is not going to continue to lose that 4 pounds every week unless this person is morbidly obese and they have a pretty restrictive diet. But if they're in that 20 to 30 pound overweight range where most people are, and they've held that for, let's say, 5+ years, they're going to experience some weeks where weight comes off really quickly. And then they're going to have some weeks, regardless of whether or not they change their habits much, where the scale doesn't change at all. And this is also then going to be attributed to not just their exercise habits, because the woman that I have that loses her mind when the scale doesn't move, she always references her exercise habits. I exercise the same way. I ate the same way. But there are many other things that contribute to whether or not your body loses weight. And one of those things is going to be sleep. Another one is going to be water intake. Another one is going to be the degree to which you are continually regular in the bathroom, going to the bathroom, peeing and pooping. This is very important. And these are things that you have to address with your clients. Also, 80% of my clients are women. You'll find that when they're on their menstrual cycle, it's very hard for them to keep their weight down. So there are other things that they have to focus on. All right. You can't always allow them to beat themselves up, and you can't beat yourself up if your client is doing the right thing but not seeing the results. All right. So make sure to impart this long-term view to your clients. I think it will help them, and it will help you not to stress out, because listen, you can't change if your client is going to overreact. Some people are just like that. However, you can bring them back to normalcy, and you can keep yourself from getting all anxious about whether or not the client is seeing success. All right. So do this for yourself. Do this for your client. Help them to understand the path that they're going to be on. It's going to be a 3 to 6 month path just to get there, and then maybe another 3 to 6 months to stay there. If they're willing to believe that, great. If they're not willing to believe that, you can't let them stress you out. All right. But that's my best advice to you based on what I've experienced with my 30-day challenge. Over time, I'll put together a product so that you guys can deliver 30-day challenges for yourself. But for now, make sure that they take a bird's eye view, and I guarantee you, you'll see a lot more success. So I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments to tail this content, or if you have a question completely unrelated to this video, put it in the comment section below, because as you may or may not know, your comments are what fuel the content that you see on this channel. So if you have a question, put it in the comment section. As it relates to your ability to coach your clients, if you're looking for extra resources on how to better coach your clients, I definitely recommend that you check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, as it is dedicated toward helping you become a master personal trainer so that you can dominate the scene, whether you're in a big box gym, especially if you're in a big box gym, or if you're ready to venture off into your own. As not only does it go over how to give great workouts, it also goes over nutritional coaching, how to keep your clients accountable on a daily basis, and it doesn't require more than 2 minutes of your time per client per day. So I definitely recommend that if you want to see more success as a fitness professional, check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course by clicking on that image up there. But that's about it. I'm doing my best to make videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so stay tuned. I'll be back in a couple days, and as always, remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest, don't slap anybody, love your clients, they will love you back. I will see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.